YouTube channel. My name is Sagwadi Wakarabutla and I'm back here with the Law of Persons exam prep for the exams that you guys will be writing on the 27th of whoa, I love October, ne? On the 27th of November, which is next week. Guys, I want to highlight a few things. I feel that it's so easy to get exam packs for the Law of Persons. It's there on Telegram. You guys have it. You guys, some of you guys wrote the exam having them and you did not succeed in the first semester. That is how the Law of Persons is. It's either you are very good at it, you understand it, or you're very bad. There is no in between. I'm sure your assignments this semester have shown you that good tricky. But anyway, I'm here to try and assist, to explain things the way I feel that it's gonna help. Okay, so you're doing multiple choice exam, and it doesn't mean that this exam is gonna be a walk in the park. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. Multiple choice exam is just like open book exam. It's lingo. So with multiple choice exams, you need to know your content, right? Don't panic. Don't be scared that it's a little too very much late for you to know. If you wrote your assignments, assignment 1 and 2, and you got your 50 or 60 something, that's good enough. You will remember. It means, especially if you did not copy, you did the work yourself, you will remember some of the things and you'll be able to make it through. So I'm going to teach you guys how to use your exam pack and your notes, because you need both. So when it comes to LLB or when it comes to law, you need to be able to prove your statement. What happens is that people take exam packs, study, cram, forget. Okay, study, cram, and hope that the answers that are gonna come, the questions that are gonna come are the same as what they've read, and they leave the content side. I know it's under a week that is left, but you can still do this. You need your notes and your exam pack. All right, so I'm gonna teach you guys how you're gonna do it. Each and every statement that you go through, you need to be able to collaborate it or to prove that this is like when you answer a multiple choice question, you need to give a reason for your answer in your head. You need to say, hello, Chris. You need to give an answer in your head. You need to be able to you need to, hello Roy, hi guys, please super thanks me. I would appreciate it. Okay, you need to be able to give reasons in your head why you're answering like that. That is how you're gonna make it through on the Law of Persons until I don't see the blinking. That's how you're gonna make it through on the Law of Persons until you get a distinction. Okay, so you're gonna need your summarized notes. You're gonna need your summarized notes, and then you're gonna need your exam pack, right? I know out there the exam packs that already have answers highlighted, but when you're gonna print out, if you can, your exam pack to each and every answer that you give while you are practicing, because you'll be practicing. Hi Jitendra, I'm from South Africa. You that is what you're gonna do. You need to prove the answer. So when you have this exam pack, when you are studying or practicing for the next exam, most of them have answers, right? You're gonna read for yourself and try to understand the question for yourself, and then you are going to answer reasoning. It means next to your answer, when you're gonna write notes to say, okay, this is because of what. How? Okay. Shout out to India. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. Let us go through the question paper examination questions. I've gotten an exam pack that has got over 190 pages. Yo, guys. Yeah. If Yuzipa thanks me, I'll have money to come there. Okay, let us go through examination paper 2021. And I'm gonna tell you this for free. If you use, if you're gonna, okay, use exam packs, but use them the way I'm advising you. Use them in conjunction or in collaboration with your notes. You must be able to give a reason for each and every answer you give in your question paper. Okay? That way, you will be able to answer your exam successfully. You'll be able to reason for it, and that's how you know if you got the exam right or not. Okay? Sorry. Okay. Examination questions, October 2021. Question 1. This question is always there. Indicate which one is not recognized as a subject in our law. Indicate which one of the following is not recognized as a legal subject in our law. Number 1, a severely deformed baby, a mentally incapacitated child, an infant, a conceived but unborn baby. Right, this brings us to what I was teaching about, or what I was trying to tutor about in the first video of the law of persons, where I said, let us define what is a legal subject. Do you remember that? Do you remember what is a legal subject according to the study or the first tutorial that I put out that is going to be used for the year of 2025? These are the concepts that you must know. These are the basic concepts that you must know. If you know what a legal subject is, then you would understand that this question is answered in which manner. Okay, let us answer. The answer will be a conceived but unborn child. Remember, it is said that a legal subject, a human being becomes a legal subject once they are born and subsequently alive. So this child not only need to be born, they also need to be born alive. If it's a stillborn, then it's not a legal subject. So it does not matter if you are mentally incapacitated. It does not matter if you are born deformed. It does not matter if this child is still an infant. If they are alive, they are seen as legal subjects. Did you hear what I said? That is why I'm saying that you must be able to reason for your you must be able to reason for your answers. So you must be able to also pick out the keywords in a question. Here, they are asking you about a legal subject. If you know the definition of a legal subject, you will be able to answer. So when you put your notes here, when you're practicing, you must also define what a legal subject is. Then you will know the answer is which one. Let us move on to question 2. In Road Accident Fund versus Mtati, the Supreme Court of Appeal held that the third document that you need to Vuyelwa, hey sis, can you please assist me with calculating the extent of the minus enrichment? I will come to that. Let me start where I've started, Vuyelwa. I'll come to that even if it's tomorrow on the next one. I will show you. Okay, so The third document that you need to have is what we call a case summary document. So you are going to look for the prescribed cases that they gave you this semester and get a case summary. In my time, I got a case summary of all the cases. It was 2 pages. Then on the case summary, what you need is the facts of the case, the legal question, the reasons for the decision, and the decision of the court. That is just the way it goes, okay? So if you know the decision, or if you have the legal, that case summary, you will be able now to give this answer, because this answer is very simple and straightforward, okay? Question number 3. Which one of the following statements regarding the registration of the birth of children in terms of the Birth and Death Right Act is incorrect? So remember, we are dealing with the law of persons. Now we are going to have that birth and we're going to have that birth registration process. Then you should be familiar with it by now. As I said, use this in conjunction with your exam, with your notes, so that when you are practicing, you need to go back and refer, so that you can be able to know these provisions, because definitely there is no way you can write an exam for law of persons and birth and registration question does not come. It's gonna come. So Barry, which one of the following statements regarding the registration of the birth of children in terms of the Birth and Death Right Act 51 of 1992 is incorrect? Number 1, in case of a child born of unmarried parents, notice of the birth is given by the police officer who found the child. No birth may be registered unless a first name and a surname has been assigned. Number 3, the Director General of Births and Deaths must be notified of the birth of every child who was born alive. True. Notice of the birth of a child who was born alive must be given within 30 days of the child's birth. So that making of a birth certificate, right? Listen to the first one. Listen, common sense. In the case of a child born of unmarried parents, notice of the birth is given by the police officer who found the child. That's not true. The parents, the question implies that the parents are there, they are alive, they're just not married. The notice of birth is given by the mother or both of them. If they want to sign on the certificate, they can both do it together. So here, you must remember what I said about the law of persons. It's tricky. So here, when you read, you must also apply a bit of your common sense, open your mind a bit. In the case of a child born of unmarried parents, these parents are there. Why should a police officer give notice? It's us who will give the notice, okay? Okay, I'm gonna look for what Viola wants us to do. She wants us to, can you please assist me with the extent of the minus enrichment? I'm gonna look for a question like that. Just so I can assist her. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to find a question like that, Viola, and then I'll be able to assist you. I just want to find a question like that for you. Then we can do the calculation of the minus enrichment. So basically, you just need the formula from me, okay? Oh gosh, I'm not. Right. So Viela once asked me a question. Hey sis, can you please assist me with calculating the extent of the minus enrichment? Right, this is chapter 14 of your study guide or of your prescribed book, where we speak of a minus contractual capacity and due enrichment. Undue enrichment Undue enrichment is when a person is unduly enriched at the cost of the expense of B if he or she, person A, gains a patrimonial benefit at the expense of B without there being a recognized legal ground. Now, chapter 14.1, calculate the enrichment. This is where you are going to get the formula to calculate, which reads, the calculation reads this way. The moment on which the calculation must be based on is the moment when the other party institutes his or her claim. The amount by which the minor's estate is owing to the performance of the other party must be calculated. Here we look at the price and the actual value of the actual value of the performance and ignore the contract price. The amount by which the other parties decreased as a result of the performance must be calculated. Here again, we look at the actual value of the performance, not the contract price. You can now determine two amounts. The minor is liable for the lesser of the two, or if he or she received it, or its value has decreased, or he or she has sold it, the following rules apply. If the minor has lost the performance, or he or she received, the other party is not entitled to anything. If the value of the performance has increased, the minor is only liable for the decreased value. If the minor sold the performance before the action was instituted, he or she remains liable for the purchase price, depending on how she applies the proceeds thereof. Okay. If the proceeds are still in the minor's possession on the date of institution of the action, he or she is liable for as much as it still remains at the same time of the institution of the action. If the minor has used the proceeds for necessities, he or she is still liable for the purchase price of those necessities. If nothing remains of them, the reason for the minor's liability in this case is that he or she would have had to purchase the necessary items out of his or her own estate in any case. Therefore, by saving on these expenses, the minor is unduly enriched at the expense of the other party. If the minor purchased luxury items with the proceed, he or she is liable for the value of whatever still remains. All right, so there are rules that govern how you're going to calculate that. That is why I was reading them out. So when you read a question, you must have those rules in the back of your head. Sorry for moving the camera. In the back of your head. So I found a question here. I just didn't bring a pen, and I need a pencil to write. Okay, I'm gonna need a pen to lie. Okay. Right. So there is a question for the year 2020 2021 October November question, right, where it reads: Sipo is a 15-year-old minor, concludes a contract of sale with Mr. Molefe, an adult, without any assistance in terms of the contract. Mr. Molefe sells a laptop to Sipo for 9,000. The actual value of the laptop at the time of concluding the contract is 8,000 on the 18th of March. Sipo sells the laptop to a friend for 6,000. He spends the money as follows: 500 on movies with friends, 2,000 on rent, and 2,000 on new clothes. When Mr. Milife institutes an action on the 13th of April, Sipo still has 1,500 in his possession. Indicate which amount will Mr. Molefe be able to claim. I need to show you this. I need to write it down and explain it. I need to Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gather these questions, okay, that has to do with calculating unjustified enrichment, and write them down, answer them different one, maybe three, and then do a video on calculating that only. Okay, I'll do that tomorrow. So let's move on to other things. Okay, if that's the only problem you're having there, I will do that then. Somebody did come here and tell me that I do not look, oh, you're not seeing you're not seeing me nicely and whatnot. Okay, so we're gonna leave it here. I'm gonna do a video probably tomorrow morning and do few questions that have to do with calculating undue enrichment. Then I will do an example writing down how I got to the answer for you. Okay, guys, I love you so much. I am very exhausted, that's why, but I had to come here just to honor that I called you here, guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm sure by tomorrow everything will be on track and there will be more light. I was just being told here by my man that I am very dark. He came to show me literally. But anyway, I love you so much. I will see you in the morning. I believe that I will try my best to get that video up first thing in the morning and show you how I got to unjustified enrichment amounts for certain questions. I love you so much. Mwah.